What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Lucid Trading for round 2 for today, the last trading day of this week. I'm live a little bit later. I was calling with somebody and was outside, so unfortunately enough, this will be a little bit shorter in terms of the length of the live streams that we usually do. Welcome back to Plub, Dylan, Daniel, Chili Sauce, PB, Jarn, Tanisha. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back indeed. What is going on in the markets? Yeah, what is going on in the markets? So far it seems like not a whole lot. We're not seeing a whole lot going on, to be really honest. Although some stocks are plummeting really fast. You can see C3.ai is down 7.5% today. Palantir 2.7% today, but in general, today seems to be in general, right? Not that red. Nasdaq is only down a tiny amount. Technicals are not looking terrible, I would say. Although, yeah, this is a slippery slope on the MACD, so it could go down a little bit further, but it seems like some stocks, especially the stocks that we cover, are down huge. So stocks that are in particular popular with retail traders like Tesla, XPeng, Neo, CCIV, Palantir, those are down. Big tech is going down as well here. But in general, the markets are green, right? So what is happening? Well, we're seeing the value stocks going up clearly. Coca-Cola is up. Verizon is up. Procter & Gamble going up here as well, as expected. So this is just the continuation of the sector rotation, which we've been seeing for a while, and it's just continuing. So yeah, it can last for a couple months, and we're just at the beginning of it, I would say. But yeah, for the most part, I think what's happening is a lot of money is leaving the companies that have retail traders in them, or at least a lot of retail trader concentration. It's been a particular phenomenon where you would see, you would basically see the companies that are very popular with retail go down substantially, but other growth stocks that are not that popular are just trading flat. So I don't know what's going on there. I'm not going to go deeper into that, but who knows? It's just maybe retail traders are panicking and just selling off like massively. Splunk is down huge as well. There you go. Inan Ajiba coming in with a $3 donation. What do you think about Neo? Is it in the buy zone? Well, the problem with Neo is that we don't know when this supply is going to come back properly. I did say previously that yes, it could go down further to the $32, and I'm going to stick with that target. I could definitely see it go back to the 32, at least test this, and maybe rise again after that, but this could definitely bleed further. Neo's already sitting at 34, so it's down almost 10%, which is a kind of a problematic thing to be really fair. One second. Yeah, I think it could make a bit of a comeback probably by the beginning of next week. I expected yields to go up more than they did, but I do think it could potentially continue next week as well. So far it is still going according to this trend. Nasdaq is coming down even lower as the dollar is strengthening slightly, and yeah. If Tesla hits 560, I'm going all in. I don't think it's going to hit 560, though. Gara, did you hear the China and retail stores controversy on right now? No idea. I've never heard of that particular phenomenon. Oh, the Nasdaq keeps pushing down. Yeah, I guess we're not out of the woods just yet. It's been 1.5 months. I'm actually curious if we have seen a correction like this in the past. Because if you count September until the end of October, or maybe even November, I mean, this is... I guess that's one correction. We didn't see a higher high in this zone. So, pretty much. How long did this last? February until April. Yeah, this was with the Fed intervention. This was another correction, I would say. Kind of similar to the one that we have right now, to be honest. In terms of the percentage downfall. It tends to be very volatile, you know, with the Nasdaq. So it's not very surprising that we see these kind of large corrections. Let's see. Palantir is down 2.5%. Yeah, recovery stocks are especially doing bad right now for some reason. Which is kind of surprising because value stocks are skyrocketing, right? You would expect these recovery stocks to be going up as well, but it might be because of the lockup or lockdown, the lockdowns being extended in Europe and in other parts of the world. But yeah, so far the Nasdaq is still upholding this zone. It hasn't gone below it, which I'm still very happy about. As long as it doesn't go below it, I'm still bullish, but we're right at that edge. So it might close negative right before the market is going to close. Currently checking my own portfolio. Of course, it's in the red. I do own tech stocks right now. Most of it's tech and growth. Not owning much of value, and I don't believe in the whole value paradigm. Value stocks right now, I would say. I'm not much of an investor in this time period at all. I'm just swing trading the high risk growth stocks. And let me check what's happening with Berkshire. Berkshire going flat. Kind of sitting at 385,000. Yeah, it's about to be rallying as well, I would say. If anything, it looks like we're seeing a repeat of this kind of a U-turn here. The Nasdaq is down 0.5 percentage point, and it's still falling. We've got Tesla, which this upturn is not happening because the Nasdaq is plummeting. It's still holding up. Hold up. There you go. I've warned in the past that if the Nasdaq would keep going down, it would go to the 577, which is right around this zone. It seems like it's going towards that zone, pretty much. I mean, since there is a lot of negative news around Tesla, that is definitely the reason why that's happening. It could bottom out at any given moment, to be really fair. It's right around the zone where I would say it would bottom out. I'm not expecting it to go down to the 550s again. No freaking way that that's going to happen. If that happens, I'll be very worried, because that would basically mean we're going to see these lower lows, right? It's like it's going to go down all the way to the 400s if that's the case. Something like this. Nah. I'm not expecting that to be the case, though. Even if we use fib retracements. There you go. Yeah, so the 578 now, so 578.5 to roughly the 580s. That's where I personally think it's going to bottom out, as the Nasdaq is still plummeting. Worst case scenario would be like roughly the 500s, but I don't see that going to be the case here. I actually bought Tesla at 615 and I bought some at 608. So I think I'll be fine. Nasdaq keeps plummeting, still on its down trajectory. No sign of stopping. So it's not holding up. Big oof. AI is down 8.6%. Wow. And this is as the Russell is down 0.3%. So we're seeing a major sell-off in AI. After the first time that we've seen a push to the upside in a long time, it's selling off 8%. Interesting. 8.6%. Going back to the $60. And look, so what is very, very bearish is what you can see this pattern. You can see right here was oversold and the price was sitting at $62, roughly in that zone. Bottomed out there. What is happening now? It's sitting at 61 and RSI still has more to go to the oversold. So we've got more room left to the downside. It could go down to the 59 if this is the case here. Recently crossed on the MACD, so it seems like C3.ai is going down even more before it properly bottoms out. It has been a painful journey indeed. You can see in the 4 hours, super oversold. MACD is still heading down. And the daily chart, no signs of crossing on the short term, I would say. Properly, I think April is going to do this company a lot of good. Palantir is seeing a lot of struggle itself. Like I said, we need the markets to be stable, and we're not seeing a lot of stability. Go buy more C3.ai. I will buy more C3.ai if it hits $60 today. It's right at the 61.2, so I'm just waiting for it to hit that 60, since it's falling anyway. Nasdaq is pulling up slightly. Yields are going down slightly, which is what we're observing there. Yeah, I guess this was the warning signal that stocks were going to go down, actually. Oh, no, wait, never mind. No, this is actually quite bullish. Not that bad. So it was a bit... 16th of February. I think it was right when yields went up there. Let me check. 16th of February on the... When was this? Okay, so yields were already rising here. Look at that. In fact, they started rising in January. But then it fell down. But it was not at significant levels. And then they started rising in this zone. This is where it started to matter. This was the 16th of February. So we had yields go up from 1.2 to 1.3 and above. And that's what triggered the downturn on the Nasdaq, I would say. A lot of people got spooked by that. Because that's a very, very sharp increase. At those levels, I'd have to say. Let's see. Tesla's down. XPeng down. Alright, in general, I would like to just kind of see if we can predict what happens next week. Maybe that's going to help out a bit. What we do see here is a bearish channel, right? So we see it go down. Kind of bearish to this zone here. And it's also about to pull a sneaky on us, a MACD cross to the downside. It's about to do that. Very close to doing this. It does look like it will be doing that. Unless, what? Did it just jump half a percentage point? Did you guys see that? It just jumped half a percentage point. What? You know, what? I have no idea. It was down like 0.6% and then up half a percentage point. Okay, interesting. I'm confused. Okay, whatever. It went up huge. It went up huge in like literally a minute time. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, exactly. This is what... What? What happened there? Somebody just bought the dip heavily. An institution, probably. What the hell? But everything is in the red. Okay, that happened. It went from 12,720 to 12,790 like real quick. Look at that. It took a couple minutes and it just pumped. I guess institutions are buying in. There's no other explanation for that move. That is way too high. Like that volatility. You can only do that with a very large order. Retail can't do that. So I guess they're anticipating something, at least. It was either one or a couple institutions just bought in. Either into the NASDAQ or just the big companies that are being represented by the NASDAQ. Interesting. Alright, let's go back. That was crazy. That was a big pump. That was like, that's a large one. Half a percentage up. Yeah, RSI is down. What we're seeing here is we're seeing divergence. I would say that it could be the case. So that would mean hold up. I'm gonna have to search up a technical pattern. I forgot what it was looking like. I think it was a bullish divergence. Yeah, it was a bullish divergence. Hold up. Can I find it? There you go. Yeah. Bullish divergence. At least it looks like it. We would one bullish day, one green day would confirm this bullish divergence here. It's a technical pattern. Like what you would see is pretty much this. So that would mean that this is going to pump to the upside, not to the downside. Given the RSI, given everything else, looking quite good actually. But I'm a little bit afraid of this. A little bit afraid of this MACD cross. Not so nice. We have 4 hours definitely in our favor. Definitely in our favor. And it seems like it's holding this support zone. It's not descending now. We're not seeing lower lows, right? If we would see lower lows, that would be problematic. So maybe what we saw a couple minutes ago, we saw an institution buy the dip, so to speak, because it pumped half a percentage point. Like, that was a really fast move. That must have been some institutions buying into the NASDAQ or into the stocks that are represented by the NASDAQ. Because that's quite irregular. Well, it happens, but I mean, why right now? Because if they would have not done that, it would have created a lower low. So, I don't know. I'm convinced we're gonna see a rebound next week. Back to this what this is? 13,060 or something. But then we'll have to see if it's actually going to create a higher high, because we've been waiting for that for weeks. It was probably Goldman Sachs buying. I don't know who it was. I don't know what it was, but it was a big pop to the upside. A very big pop. 2 more minutes until the Power Hour is going to start here. Do make sure you spam click that like button so we can get to 10,000 likes right now. Let's get there. All right, so yeah, what can I say? I mean, the Nasdaq is reversing now. We've got bullish divergence, which is good. We've got the RSI in our favor. It's not very low. It's also not very high. So we could definitely see it pop upwards to next week, Monday. Yields didn't go up as much as I expected. They did go up, but it's not like we saw this kind of a move, right? So we didn't see that happen. We saw this tiny move on yields, which is bullish, I would say, because last time we saw this move on the MACD, we saw a huge move on yields several times, and now we're just seeing this tiny, tiny move. I guess people are buying bonds now, and they're enjoying that dip in the bond prices. 1 more minute left until the market is going to be going full on power hour. Let's see. YBKRM Music coming in with a $3 donation and says, not a crash, the market is just stabilizing. I agree. I think if anything, it looks like, if anything, this looks like the market is kind of consolidating. We're not seeing anything really negative happen right now. We're not seeing lower lows. We're not seeing super high moves to the downside. I guess stabilization does kind of... Yeah, Power Hour just started, by the way, so we'll see how that's going to be performing here. But yeah, I appreciate the donation. Thank you very much. I think... Did we receive another donation? I think we did. I've got a feeling... Yeah, we have... Oh yeah, I've already answered that question, though. Never mind. Alright. Alright, so... Nasdaq... Look at that. Nasdaq is going green right now at this support range. So might we see more positivity going into the next week? I think so. Like I said, bullish divergence. There you go. Technical patterns, right? It's not 100% guaranteed, but it looks like it. AI, it seems like AI doesn't want to go below that $60. It did get very close, but it didn't quite go below that $60. So, meanwhile, I'm holding the bag, wishing that a big institution would buy some sweet C3.ai. It is what it is. I mean, sometimes you cannot win on every single play on the short term. Longer term, I do think C3.ai is going to be winning quite hard. It's just, I mean, how many stocks have we won on? Palantir, Tesla, Neo, Apple, Bionano Genomics, Virgin Galactic, Nano Dimension. All of those stocks went up massively after the analysis that I did on them. And then you've got, I think CD Projekt was semi not successful because of all that happened with the company. But it did still see a big push to the 25, so I would say CD Projekt was kind of okay. So yeah, I guess C3.ai was the only stock so far that really just didn't want to go up for like 2 months straight almost, which is a bit unfortunate, but that's why I'm so obsessed with it. I'm like, gonna make it work. But yeah, I'm gonna make it work on fundamentals and technicals. It's not just that it's like that. That's the worst explanation ever. I guess part of it is going to be like, hey, what's up? BNGO? Gara's obsessed with it. I have to admit, I'm a little bit obsessed with AI. Just a little bit. BNGO is down 5% now. Yeah, I didn't expect this push initially. I was like, hey, maybe some sideways movement, and then this move. So it's coming back down gradually to that zone, but I think especially next week, at the beginning of this week, next week, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with these growth stocks and hyper-growth stocks. Not cutting loss on C3. No, I'm not cutting anything. Nothing. Although I have decided one thing. There's this fundamental event coming for C3.ai. It's going to be a demo. This is going to be, I think, is the 31st of March. And so, let's just say, if AI does not go up until and after that event, which is going to be the 31st, right? I'm expecting to see it rally. If that doesn't happen until the end of the first week of April, I'm getting out. Despite the loss I'll take, I'm getting out, because that is literally, they're showcasing the product. They should be able to get some customers. If that is not enough for the stock to be rising, for them to get customers or anything like that, then I lose hope in it on the short term. Maybe they have to be improving something, because it would be a very weird thing where they're doing a demo, they don't get any customers, they don't get nothing, their growth rate is still 20%. So maybe that would be, yeah, potentially, I would be like, yeah, you know what, bear case does make sense at that point, because there's something really weird going on with the company if that is not a catalyst. I'll go bearish if that is not going to work out for the company. Yes, I'll go bearish, but so far, I'm still bullish. I'm not losing faith in the fundamentals and in the technicals that I'm seeing here. But if that fundamental catalyst is not enough to bring it out of the water, to bring it out of the mud, then I don't know what is going to do it. Because, it should be enough if they got some customers from that event. When you sell, it will go up. Wow, that is so brutal, guys. Come on, guys. Gara bearish, AI to the moon. I am a bit of an optimist, I would have to admit, but there is a large short interest. I searched it up. The short interest on AI is roughly, I think it was 27% or something, 22%. It is incredibly high. So lots of people are short on AI. I think we're going to see a short squeeze very soon around the event, around that whole demo day that they're going to be having, C3.ai. Which I do think is going to be good for the company. That demo day might get them some customers and, well, contracts, just like Palantir gets contracts, and some positive PR. It could bring them to the 80s, 90s-ish right after that happening. But it's all, I'm wait-and-see mode right now. Wait and see. Wait and see. All right. Yeah, NASDAQ is going... Yeah, it's green. I don't like how it's looking like on the 1 hour, though, but still, it's green. Green is green. It's crossing bearishly on the 30 minutes, though. It's a tug of war between the bears and the bulls, like 100%. Okay. Sell some, see what happens. I sell some AI and it suddenly pumps. No, I don't think that's going to be the case. La, la, la. Are you willing to lose 30% to cut losses on C3.ai? Yeah, well, if an event like a demo day, and if the stock price is down 65%, and if the NASDAQ is going green, all those things combined are not enough for C3.ai to get any customers or to go up in stock price. There's something really rotten happening with the company on the short term. So I don't know what it is. It may not even be the company itself. It may be the market makers, or it may be the short interest that is just artificially manipulated. At that point, I'd be concerned. But we'll see. We've got roughly 2 weeks until that, The event is in a week from now, but I'm going to see what the effect of it is going to be 1 week after. If then they still don't get customers, they still don't have any increase in stock price, not even a percentage, well, there is something really weird going on there. given the technicals, given the fundamentals, given the Nasdaq being positive, given the the fundamental catalyst. One second. Gara, I think you're possessed. No, I personally am the kind of person... Okay, I am the kind of person, if I know that the fundamentals are okay, and I know that the price is not expensive, right? I know that, hey, it's been at 180, and I know that the conditions of this particular company rising again is quite probable. I will hold on to the stock until that is the case. Unless I know that there's something corrupt or something with the stock market is corrupt. Like we see a stock market crash. That's when I would sell and take my loss and be like, all right, let's just put the money somewhere else. But right now, I'm not convinced yet of that being the case here. But that's a condition. You know, I've laid out my condition of surrender. I would surrender if particular really bad things would happen. Oh, there you go. Let's see. But market can remain irrational longer than we can stay liquid. You've got irrationality, you've got absolutely nuts. It's like, if it can remain, to that point, it could remain super irrational and just move to $10 for that matter. But I would protect myself by, not going through that. Because if that's the case, I mean, so far it's been oversold for a very long time. MACD's been very low, about to be crossing for a very long time as well. Not only that, you've got so many factors, like the Nasdaq could be very bullish next week. And on top of that, you have the fundamental catalyst. If that is not enough to get either customers or to bring up that stock price a little bit, right? Maybe 5 to 10%. Well, that basically means that it's being sold regardless. Institutions are selling the stock without caring about the externalities. It's just, we're selling because we're selling. Well, that is just, you can't do anything about that. And it's just going to continue the way it has been continuing. Keep in mind, the IPO price for this particular company was 45. So it could go back to 45 if that is the case. And if institutions really want to keep on selling that. There we go. But I'm not holding just C3RAI. I'm holding a couple $1,000s worth of Palantir. I'm holding a couple $1,000s worth of Snowflake, Tesla, Xpeng. It's not just C3.ai. But what really, this downturn, I haven't seen something like this with a company with those kind of fundamentals in a while. The last time I saw this kind of a downturn, I think that was with either Tesla or with, not Neo. I think it was Neo. Let me check. I think there was a downturn with Neo back in 2000. It was pretty mind-blowing. Yeah, I think it was this downturn. No, that was not this one. 2019-18 period. Yeah, it was this one, I think. I've got a feeling it was this one. We saw it plummet right here, just like that. I was like, wow, what is happening? This is a pretty good company. Why is it suddenly halving? It halved for earnings because I think earnings was pretty bad. And then what proceeded to happen for Neo over the course of several months, it just rose huge. And I rode the wave myself. I bought some here in the $1 and just rode it all the way. And this was in 2019, I believe. Yeah, so Neo was at $1 at some point. Nobody wanted Neo at $1. Everybody was very bearish on Neo at the time. I think the same thing is happening with AI. I see similar patterns there. MACD kept, man, that was a horrible time for me. I bought a lot of Neo when I was in, this was in 2019. Bought a lot of Neo, but yeah, was an interesting, it was an interesting experience. Yeah, my average is about 84 now, so I'm right here. So it just has to go to that. I think it's going to take the first week of April to reach that. If it doesn't reach that and we just stay flat here, then that is worrisome, I would say. Let me check. It was saved by the CCP. Yeah, I think. Yeah. But this is not the first time. But I do notice one particular pattern. I profit the most off of the companies that have gone down significantly, but where the fundamentals are still intact and where they have a great future outlook. Those are the companies that I profit from. I've done this with Palantir, Tesla, Neo. I've done this with Apple. At some point, Apple was down huge amounts. And now with C3.ai, it's another example. It hasn't played out yet, but we'll see that in the coming weeks. I've got a little bit of a larger time horizon now. I started with wanting to swing trade it, but now I'm mostly thinking about like, so give this a quarter, where will this be? Will this be at 40 and 30? Or will this actually rebound back to close to those highs, given that there's a lot could be happening in this time space? You were younger when Neo was on $1. Now you're older, wiser, and wealthier 2 years later. Yeah, that's the case. And with that knowledge, I know for a fact that C3.ai can rally back up similar amounts to what we saw in Neo, given that the market situation doesn't corrode. That is a strong condition that has to be set, right? Market conditions doesn't erode, it will come back because the company is still quite good. Let's see. Saw the same line at 140. What do you mean 140? Oh yeah, look at that. NASDAQ is popping. Let's go. Institutions propping up the NASDAQ. Remember, we saw a 0.5% increase, like instantaneously. Those were institutions buying it. That is nothing. A retail trader could not do that. That was an institution just like going into the NASDAQ just like that. That's good stuff. You need one wrong judgment to lose your gain in the stock market, Gara. I agree. And I think this is not the wrong judgment because I think the company has quite a bright future. They have a lot of money in the bank. They have a great leader. They've got great products. The industry that they're in is growing fast, very fast. And the stock price is quite low to recent levels. So I think I know what I'm seeing here. The only thing that could really disrupt this is either it gets artificially shorted, which is like short interest goes from 20 to like 40, or we see the NASDAQ plummet. So those are two things that I'm looking at right now on a daily basis. What is your price target for June, Gara? C3.ai. June is going to be problematic because we're gonna see a lockup period expiration in June, I believe, or June. I think is it June or July? I think beginning of July. I'm gonna have to look it up right now. Actually, let me just quickly do that. C3.ai lockup period expiration. The lockup period expiration date is going to be the 7th of June. Yeah, 7th of June. So that is going to be messed up, right? Hold up. So how much time do we have here? Oh, that's not good. So June. Could the NASDAQ be positive by that time? Yeah, we could see some upswings on the NASDAQ. Well, we're seeing this pattern in the MACD. So that is interesting. Maybe it will continue going up there. Oversold on the RSI. And so June is going to be the lockup. Oh gosh. That's going to be right here. That is going to be right here. So it has until roughly middle of May to be going up. Until people are going to be like very cautious and just selling off before the lockup period expiration. So that is enough. That is enough of a time horizon, though, because I could see the Nasdaq run, and I could see both the Nasdaq and C3.ai be running until that time. Your so-called leader sold out nothing. Well, I mean, we've seen with several CEOs, with several companies, they sell out on the IPO. That's their choice. Palantir did the same thing. Snowflake, same thing. And guess what happened? Both stocks went up huge. Woodlands Fuel Ltd coming in with a £5 donation. It says, is it best to hold NEO or sell? I personally I'm in the camp of selling at these prices is not a good idea, but that's just my opinion there. Because it could come back quite robustly once we know that NEO is not suffering from those supply issues. So yeah, I don't think it's a wise idea to be selling. That's just my idea. I think it could come back to 40 to 45 before it gets worse. If it gets worse, right? We see that the Nasdaq is bouncing. But I do think NEO is poised to be moving up very soon if that whole delisting thing is actually not that likely. There you go. All right. Yeah, Nasdaq is bouncing. Let's go. Let's go. Institutions bouncing on the Nasdaq. Interesting. They were preventing something happening, because if they would have not done that, if that institution didn't buy right at that moment, it would have crossed here and would have gone down probably on the daily chart. Not only that, what they just did is they actually, I think the technicals are looking more bullish now because of that move that they made. Very fascinating. If you don't know what I'm referring to, I think half an hour ago at this point, there was an institution or somebody, an entity that bought a huge load on the Nasdaq. It pumped the stock or the index by 0.5 percentage point, and that kind of turned this bullish because it was about to be going down further. So we're still seeing bullish divergence here. Interesting. This is no conspiracy. We saw it happen in real time. In fact, I can show you right here, actually. Let me go to the 1 minute. It was a crazy move. I mean, look at the past. We haven't seen something like this. This is kind of funny. It pumped massively. Look at that. Huge volume. And we can't show the volume. Maybe we can show this on the QQQs, because there you can see the volume at least. Look at that. Huge volume spike. This is institutions getting in, if anything. When was the last time we saw a volume spike like this? Okay, so we've seen this yesterday, probably. But nevertheless, I mean, 0.5 percentage point like that on the Nasdaq. Right before the end of the week. It could be a fake out, but I think for the most part, interesting play there. I mean, to do that during the open hours, it's an interesting thing. I think it's not the Federal Reserve. No, I do not think it is the Federal Reserve. No, I think it's some kind of institution decided it was a nice idea to just jump into the Nasdaq, pumped it up by like 0.5 percentage point. Very interesting move. Look at that. Look at those 3 candles. Huge. We haven't seen that in a while. Nothing is here comparable to what we saw. This pump, it is definitely different. huge volume. Huge volume. Anyway, enough about that, but you get the point. You get the gist. Momentum is heading up. Hold up. Value stocks are still doing good. We've got the SPX going towards the all-time highs again, although we're seeing a lower highs once again. We'll see how that plays off. Dow Jones, 0.6% to the upside. Yeah, Nasdaq is really lagging quite a bit. Interesting. Yeah, I think Tesla. I think Tesla's gonna be bottoming out soon, depending on the Nasdaq's movement. But we saw we saw a lot of news coming out regarding the chip shortage, which put EV companies in a negative light. So all of the EV companies sold off. My initial plan for Tesla on the technicals were, just quite awesome. Back to the 670s. But then that piece of news became kind of mainstream. Everybody's talking about it now again. Since, of course, this Suez Canal thing is not helping with the boat being stuck there, like restricting supply chain. I think that was the main reason why Tesla dropped, as NIO dropped and XPeng dropped, etc. I'm looking at this as a sweet spot for a buying opportunity. Even this price that we're seeing right now, looking quite sweet. So something like this, in general, going back to the 700s, it's going to retest that zone again. Weekly chart has gone down a lot. So I'm not expecting the weekly to go down much more, to be frank. I'm expecting a bit of a bounce any moment now on Tesla. A very large bounce, actually. Probably for earnings. So if anything, that's my expectation on Tesla. There you go. It could come down slightly before this bounce. But I'm telling you, that weekly, it's looking very sweet. We've seen most of the negativity. We're about to see the relief part of it, which is the move to the upside, and potentially some sideways movement in that range in April and May. But yeah, Tesla does look very sweet. Alright, let's see. Yeah, Nasdaq is still going up. Look at that. It's about to be crossing. Beautiful. So it's, yeah, momentum is heading up on the short term. This is while the yields are going up, right? Yields going up, Nasdaq's going up. So it seems like the correlation between the two is not that tight anymore. Let's see. So yeah, Nasdaq keeps pulling up. Good to be seeing. You're being too bullish. There you go. Wait, what is happening with Roblox? A lot of people talking about Roblox here. Roblox Corporation. Whoa! Look at that. 4.5% pop on Roblox. Wait, look at this. This is interesting, eh? 4-hour crossover. Roblox is about to see some real bullishness. At least it seems like it. Let me draw this trend line. Let me just copy this one, actually. Reuse this. There you go. Yeah, there you go. It might see some resistance initially, but it seems like it's about to be heading up to the 75. Oh, that is resistance, though. 71 is resistance on Roblox. If it breaches, that's great, but yeah. I'm guessing it's going to go to the 72, 73 range, and then it's going to give up. Maybe move sideways for a bit. Yeah, Roblox popped quite a large amount. This is happening as many tech stocks are down. Snowflake is up 6%. Wow, that is fascinating. So yeah, there was a price target increase, and man, there you go. Snowflake up to the 230s. That is a large price increase. The 4-hour has a long way to go, so I'm expecting more upside. It seems like it makes no more sense to say it's going to go to the 190s. Thank God. So that's not happening, but I did foresee a large move like this. I mean, of course, the reason it's going up is because of a fundamental reason. It got some very positive PR, which is pushing the stock higher. Its peers are down. You know, you see Palantir down, AI down, Splunk is down. So it's basically because of the positive PR that we see Snowflake going up the way it's going up. Now, the question is going to be, will it actually transcend and actually go above the 240s? Because that is my resistance on this one for the short term. If it goes up above the 240, I don't think it's just going to be Snowflake being bullish. I think it's the whole market is going to be super bullish at that time. All right, let's see. we've got about 27 minutes left until the market is going to close, and so far it seems like the Nasdaq has turned bullish the last moments of the day. There you go. They pulled a sneaky on us, the institutions. All right. Let me just stretch a little bit on the last trading day of this beautiful week. So it's going to be weekend in a little bit, in obviously a couple hours. It's going to be different for everybody, but for me it's going to be weekend in about 3.5 hours, and I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm just going to be resting and just looking at stocks while the stock market is closed. Pretty much. But yeah, I mean, I think the weekend is going to be essential. Do some fundamental analysis. I wonder if people would find it interesting. Should I do fundamental analysis in the weekend live? If people want it, I'll do it, you know. I'm focusing mostly on technicals and just, you know, where it's going on a day-to-day basis and maybe week-to-week basis. But I do my fundamental analysis most of the time in the weekends, where I'm just searching up some companies and looking at the, I would say, financials, etc. And for the most part, if people really want it, I'll actually do it. This is why a lot of people might find it surprising that I'm so bullish on C3.ai. I did my due diligence on this one. Let me see. Nasdaq is still pulling back up, which is very good. And Palantir is at the 22.3. Oh, wow, look at that. A lot of people want to see the fundamentals as well. Cool. Yeah, I find it difficult to combine the two because it's like, it's a load of work to do fundamentals alone, and then it's a load of work to do technicals. Would be like a lot of work, but I could definitely... Are you signing up for uni? I've signed up, but I'm probably not going to go to it. I'm going to be focusing on lucid trading for the most part. Yeah, if you guys are really interested, I could have a weekend session of just purely looking at fundamentals for companies. I mean, sure thing. We can do that. And then do some technicals beyond that point. But I think doing that combined it gets into a very tough situation, because it's like you have to constantly switch, and I think most people would get confused more than anything if you have to do technicals and fundamentals every now and then. But you know, if I can do it, I'll do it. Gara, if you don't want to go to uni, you've got to make 2 videos plus a week. I will make 2 videos plus a week, no worries. Alright. So it's a fun fact. I don't know if you guys remember. Some people might remember. Microvision. Right. Aw, it didn't go up. Okay, that's sad. Actually sold off on the 23rd. Okay, so Microvision, actually. Let me delete all the technicals. When was this? Remember, Microvision. This is a company that I did some fundamental analysis on. I think it was in December. Right in this zone. In December, I was analyzing Microvision. I think it was at a $2 to $3. I did like a full-on analysis, in-depth analysis, including technicals, including fundamentals, including the market. And I concluded that Microvision could run to like the $10. This was in this zone. It was a live stream back in December. And a lot of people actually liked it. But I did notice that as I was doing that in-depth analysis on it, a lot of people were like, what is this guy doing? I'm going to head out. So what happened was it actually went to $10. It got to very close to that $10. Got very, very close. It was quite a coincidence because I did it once and I never touched upon it again. Then people messaged me in the live chat. They were like, hey, you know, when you did that fundamental analysis, it went to $10. I'm like, what? I checked the stock and was like, oh my gosh, I should do that more often. I didn't do it more often, but It was a very busy time at the time. You know, this was as the channel was growing along super fast in the beginning, of course. But yeah, now Microvision is now sitting at $24 or sat at $24. It's now sitting at 13. But yeah, there you go. That's, you know, did that fundamental analysis at the time, and it did pay off huge. But it's just, you know, if people really want to watch it, then yeah, sure, I'll do it. Did Gara get more C3? No, I haven't gotten more because I think the price is still not at the zone where I would say I would add more shares. I added more at 65. But yeah, I'm still waiting for that $60 if it ever gets there at all. But if it gets there, I mean, I'll definitely add some. SPX is up now. Look at that. Did expect this, right? So big arrow to the upside. About to be crossing as well. So potentially reaching $4,000 on the SPX for the first time ever on well, next week probably. This will be an interesting one. Wait, what? Are the markets closed from one? Hold up. What? The markets are closed from the 1st of April until the 5th of April. Hold up. This is because of Easter, right? Markets closed during Easter. I mean, I know it's closed during Easter, but I don't know which days that is going to be specifically. Markets will remain closed on Sundays and public holidays, including Good Friday and Easter Monday. Okay, until 13th of April. Oh, that's the government of Jamaica. Never mind. Oh, 10th of April, we don't have any trading. That's a fact. I think I can do some fundamental analysis on the days where we don't have trading. That would be cool. I think a lot of people would appreciate that. Yeah, SPX is up a percentage point. Nasdaq keeps going up here. Everything is gradually heading up. What's happening with the Dow Jones? Dow Jones is also up. It's all the markets are going up as the dollar is declining. For some reason, it says that. So wait, I'm gonna have to check my calendar. So obviously, next week is gonna be. Oh, interesting. So Thursday. Okay, so the 1st of April. The 2nd of April are going to be Thursday, Friday. So Friday. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Okay. Nothing. That was. Yeah, I had a little bit of an issue with the time scale. Sorry. We'll check when the markets are going to be closed down the road, very soon. I'm gonna check it right now. Whatever. So the 10th of April, it's not going to be open. Okay. Cool. Interesting. Only 2nd of April is closed. Okay. Yeah, that could be the case there. But it says it's the 10th of April. I don't know, for some reason it says the 10th of April. It might be that that's for maybe 2020. I'm just going to check the stock market holidays at this point. Good Friday falls on the 2nd of April. So yeah, only the 2nd of April will we see the market closed, which is no problem, right? That's just fine. Do you live near Schiphol? Yeah, I live pretty close to Schiphol. It's a small kind of country, you know, like everybody lives close to Schiphol in the Netherlands. All right. SPX is still rising. It's about to be crossing there. We see that the Nasdaq is up 0.6% here. Dow Jones 0.7%. Russell 0.9%. Green markets right now. I said yesterday that the markets would be green today. Well, it's green today. It started off quite negative, but then as the day went along, it seemed like institutions were buying the dip. I'm going to be honest with you. That's institutional buying. We saw a 0.5% increase instantaneously. That is institutional buying. That is not retail. Where's Peru when you need him? Let's see. I'm going to have to stretch a little bit. Alright. Elon will send in the April Fool's tweet. Yeah, he will probably do that. It's going to send the stock price of Tesla. Tesla's going to go down because of that 100%. It's going to do something foolish. The US 2000s. We're seeing a bit of weakness there. We'll see how that's going to be playing along. Huge pump. That was a 5% pump there. Microsoft is up 1.2%. I'm still bullish on Microsoft. I mean, they want to buy Discord, right? So their revenue is going up year to year, or year by year. Been flat for the last 2 years because of probably COVID. Q1 and Q2. Q1 generally tends to be the more, I'll say, mediocre quarter in terms of earnings for companies out there. Q2 has been pretty good for Microsoft. One second. Still more movement coming. We've got roughly 14 minutes left. SN11 scrubbed for today. Oh, that sucks. I think that would have been cool to watch today. Still feels like early November. Yeah, I think it does feel, yeah. I to be really honest, I don't think there's any resemblance to November if you just look at the SPX. But yeah, maybe if you look at the Nasdaq in general, yeah, yeah, on the Nasdaq, that does definitely seem to be the case here. Because it is mainly the Nasdaq that went down super much. Come on, Apple. Apple's really been just sitting flat. Kind of frustrating, I would say. But yeah, in general, my target for this company is still way higher than where it's at right now. Banks went from positive to negative. Okay. Interesting. JP Morgan is still up, though. Yeah, market's green and we see EVs red. So that's that, I guess. Yeah, just crossing here on the daily chart casually. Seems like there's more downsides to come here in Tesla. Yeah, pretty much. C3.ai is like coming back up now. Just what? It was down like 8% at some point. It's up 4% from that bottom, I think. Let me check. What is it? Yeah, it literally jumped like almost $3. That is crazy. I guess, well, that's how small cap tech moves. Pretty radical. The NASDAQ is still rising. Okay, 1 second. It's about to cross. Yeah, it's crossing here on the 4 hours. Very, very bullish movement. So that could definitely be, like I said, bullish divergence. This pattern. This is what we're going to see in the MACD. That's what we're going to see in the price. Back to the 13,000s again. Probably create a lower high, if anything. So like, let's say 1.5 percentage point to the upside to Monday, roughly speaking. Is it a dead cap bounce on C3? I don't know. It's sitting at that $60, and if the markets would be very bearish, or at least C3, if it was really bearish, it would have gone below 60 easily. For some reason, it hasn't done that. So this was the first accelerated downturn. Now the second one, and I think the third one is going to be to the upside. It's not going down that fast anymore. I think people are realizing, hey, well, maybe it's kind of cheap at the $60, you know, given that they could grow really fast. It's a growth stock. They could grow into their valuation within a year or two, and beyond that point. C3.ai will be closing green end of day. Would be kind of interesting to see that, but I don't think that's likely at this point. I don't think it's that likely. So yeah, we have about 9 minutes left until the market is going to close here properly. SPX still rising. Look at that, 1.12% to the upside. Getting closer to the all-time highs. This is while the NASDAQ is still down almost 10% from the all-time highs and still moving sideways, but crossing. So also bullish on the short term. NASDAQ is still moving the last 9 minutes of the market open, and the Dow Jones is up 0.8%, still rising slightly. You've got the Russell going up 1.2% now, which is the reason why smaller cap tech companies are now also going up. So that is interesting to be watching. Oh my gosh, Tesla's still down. That is the most frustrating thing to be watching. Bumble went up huge as well. Damn. Bumble is skyrocketing. Is the dip over for Neo? I would expect it to be over. Or almost over. I think a lot of people are going to make a lot of money on C3.ai when it bounces. Especially the people that bought in this zone. If the markets don't crash. It's going to be hella awesome. This is my estimation on this. Of course, I've changed my estimates, and I might change it again, but if this doesn't happen, I would be very worrisome. I would be very worrisome, because it does seem like nothing is having an impact on the price, right? If you see several fundamental factors not influence a particular equity, well, it's just because institutions are selling regardless. Because they might know something that we don't. I'm just checking the live chat here. If you would have seen this chart, just a question to people out there. If you would have seen this chart, would you have if you would have seen this chart for this beautiful company, would you have bought the company? Would you have bought this stock after seeing it dump like this several times? Another dump right there. This was in the $8 to $10 range for Palantir stock. Nobody wants to touch Palantir stock. Because why would you touch Palantir? It's only going down. We see a spike and it goes down. It DPO'd and went down. So, guess what happened next? This part is what people don't see happening. Or don't expect happening. It's very difficult to see past the horizon of where the price is at right now. And imagining something different than what's already happening. That is the most difficult thing you can do. But I've got several examples of this. Yeah, Palantir. I used to own Palantir in this price zone. I actually sold it in this price zone, so I should have actually held it, but I had a 40% increase, a 30% increase at some point. I was like, hell yeah, I'll take some profits, buy some Tesla stock at like $400. Let's go. Exactly. So most people would have not bought Palantir stock just based on what they saw here. Well, this is why it's so important to do fundamental analysis and technical analysis so you can get a bit of a grasp of what might be coming. But yeah, and then it proceeded to rise all the way up to these levels where we're at today. All right. Oh, Nasdaq is up 1%. Look at that. Last minutes of the markets. Institutions are buying now. Institutions are buying the dip. Interesting. We're seeing everything go up. Snowflake up 7.6% today. That is nuts. All these Snowflake is going up so much just because of this one price target increase. It's just hilarious. Yeah, look at that. Institutions are buying the dip the last minutes. Look at that. We can see this in 1 minute. Look at that. 1 minute spikes. Look at this. Huge spikes. Absolutely massive spikes here. Nasdaq is about to reach 13,000. What the hell? That's how fast it's going. Huge pumps. This was a bear trap, if anything. Anyway, I've got a lot of positions that are going up massively because of that move alone. I'm telling you, it's kind of ridiculous. My gosh. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, you know. You can't say what's going to happen at the end of the day. 3 more minutes left until the week is going to end here. And the Nasdaq is skyrocketing. S&P is about to make all-time highs. The Dow Jones is skyrocketing as well. Beautiful arrow there. Russell is skyrocketing. Everything is up huge. Obviously, this arrow was drawn right before this pump because I was expecting a huge move upwards purely based on the 4-hour chart right here, where we said there was bullish divergence, and it's happening right now as we speak. It's just magic, right? It's hocus pocus. But yeah, I guess technical analysis does give you the ability to foresee what might happen or what's highly likely to happen. Of course, it doesn't have to happen, but it gives you that little bit of an edge over people that don't use it. But yeah. Of course, long term, it's very, very hard to do technical analysis. But in the short term, it's very useful. But yeah, at the end of the day, fundamentals will make more impact on stocks. But yeah. All right. 2 more minutes until the market is going to close. And like I've said yesterday, and like I've been saying today, markets are green. And we're going up. This is no market crash. This won't be a market crash. Despite the fact that yields are up 1.7%, markets are heading up. So there you go. We're not out of the waters yet. We need to see if next week the yields is not going to skyrocket. So far, yields are not going up much, which is a very good sign for the market. That's why the markets are green. And I think there might be something happening that I don't know about, because this is a very fast movement. 1 minute left until the market closes here. Palantir's green? What? Palantir is green? There you go. Palantir's green now. C3.ai gradually recovering. It's only down 3% now. It was down about 8% at some point. So, interesting movement there. Whew. Wow, it is. Oh, wow, look at that. NASDAQ pumping that last minute pump on the NASDAQ. 1.2% to the upside, 1.7% on the SPX, about to be reaching all-time highs, crossing on the MACD on the SPX. The last minutes, and the markets are closed. NASDAQ pumped up huge because of institutions buying. It's up 1.3%, SPX 1.6%. That couple last minutes pump right before the next week. I think next week is going to be very interesting. What the hell happened? We've seen that was an interesting day for sure. What the hell? There was a lot of volume coming in. Look at Apple. Whoa, what the hell? Apple went from 119 or 118 to 121.5 instantaneously. Wow, that is... Yeah, institutions decided, you know what, we're going to buy anyway. I was already surprised to see the NASDAQ at these low levels right at the end of the week. You would not expect that. Indexes are going up, but stocks are not moving much. It depends. Some stocks are not moving much, but other stocks are going up huge. And it continues. Look at that. It continues. NASDAQ keeps going. 1.4% to the upside. It is nuts. Nuts. This was to be expected, though, so it's not like didn't expect this. JP Morgan is up huge as well, 1.65%. Value stocks up huge. Coca-Cola up 2%. Verizon is up 1.4%. Procter & Gamble is up 1.5%. Chevron is up. What? It keeps going. We're about to reach 13,000 on the NASDAQ. I think it already reached it. Yeah. We hit 13,000 on the NASDAQ. I'm speechless. Today is a weird day. Institutions win again. Yeah. At the end of the day. They bought in at the end of the day. There you go. Yeah. This is why I didn't sell. I expected something like this. Because, yeah. Alright, so, like I promised, I think I said yesterday, I want to do a game together with you guys. Because, you know, the markets are closed. It's weekend. 1 second. I'm going to... Scribble. I think it's called Scribble. Oh, gosh. We're going to play Scribble together. Since the markets are closed, you know, it doesn't make sense to be looking at charts right now, especially right at the week end. I'm going to be a green avatar because I want to resemble positivity in the markets. 1 second. 2 rounds, draw time. English. Okay. See if I can give you guys a link to join. I'm going to be giving you guys a link to join the Scribble. Make sure you join. We're going to do this on a live stream. Well, are we going to do this on a live stream? I'm not too sure about that. I mean, I don't know if that's going to be a bad idea or good idea, actually. Yeah, there you go. I don't think it's a good idea to be doing this on live stream. But all right, I'm going to start. There you go. I wish I could live stream this, but I'm 100% sure something really weird is gonna happen. Scribble live. Yeah, if I would stream, the problem is when I stream the game, you're gonna see weird names, and you're also gonna see weird drawings. That is gonna be very weird for the YouTube live stream. You know what I mean? Wait 1 second. Okay, it turned out it's not working actually. 1 second. What's happening here? Nah, this is taking too long. Okay, you know what? I think this is less fun because it is restricted, right? So let's find a game where we can see like we have. Can we have like a lot of people join the game? I'm gonna. Okay, got it. So, okay, yeah, that's a fill. I know it's a fill. Because I can't stream that. I cannot stream that. If somebody draws something really weird, that YouTube is gonna kick me off. But we can play Agario. New link in the live chat. We're gonna play this game. Draw My Thing is not gonna be working out actually. I thought it would be a good idea. Nah, it's not gonna be working out at all. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna switch my screen now. See if I can do that. Let's see. Oh gosh. How do I do this? It's full. It is full, really. Oh my gosh, maximum failure. Is it really full? Darn it. Well, I actually made my own. I actually did make my own. It's, oh, people are starting to join. People are starting to join. I can see it right here. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. People are starting to join now. Okay, wait, hold up. See if I can do the wing joke capture. All right, there you go. There you go. Oh yeah. All right, so I'm in the game. I linked you guys down below to Agario. Great game. And I promised you guys we would play a game together where a lot of people can join. And this is a game where a lot of people can join, obviously. So some people have joined already. There's a link down below. There's a link down below where you can join. Let's see. I'm gonna do one round. If I get eaten, or I'm gonna do one more round. I'm gonna do one more round. If I get eaten here, then I get eaten. Okay. One more round. Gosh, that goes really fast. Yeah. So the link for this game is obviously gonna be in the live chat. We're gonna play one game properly together. See if I can. Somebody's called C3.ai. Really interesting. So the purpose of this game is, I think he got eaten. Or left, I don't know. Probably eaten. GME to 100,000. Alright, you know, I'm gonna play one more round. So, no! C3 wants to eat me! Okay, that is hilarious. Yeah, so a lot of people here actually. Surprised at how many people joined, but I don't think I can find every single person. But there is a lot of people already in this game. Wait, see if I can link you guys again. gosh. I'm at the right at the edge. Really bad at this game. I'm eating those blue little thingies. 1 second. There's about 18 people here that is from the live stream. That's pretty fascinating. 18 people. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Please no. Please no. Yeah, C3.ai is actually the number 20 on the leaderboard. Oh no, 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 no. Please no. Interesting. No. Please no. I'm gonna lose this. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose this. Oh, darn it. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a link, by the way, guys. There's a link. If you want to join, there's a link in the live chat. Let's see. Oh no. Oh no. I have to grab these. There you go. C3.ai is actually getting pretty large. That's hilarious. This is the first time I've ever streamed a game. This is also the reason I'm playing this game is just for the fun of it. You know, it's gonna be weekend in a couple of hours for me and for a lot of people out there. And I did promise that we would play a game together just for the fun, just for the sake of it. So far I haven't died. In terms of been alive for quite a time now. See if we can take over the leaderboard. That'd be pretty cool. An unnamed cell. Oh no! Oh no! That is somebody obviously from the live stream. If you can see the names now, on the leaderboard, the yellow names, those are the people that are actually in this game from the live stream or from the channel. Oh my gosh, Don wants to eat me. I'm gonna. All right. Somebody's called GME to the moon. Interesting name. Thinks C3.ai got eaten. Someone that joined. Someone is called Coffee. Hilarious. Oh my god, no, please. No, I have to go. I have to get out of here. One person that joined from the live stream is number 6 now on the leaderboard. We're taking over. We're definitely taking over here. I just want to survive. Oh, he got eaten. He got eaten. He or she got eaten. I need that blue little dot. I have no idea how people play this game. No idea. Tesla. There's Tesla. Somebody's called Tesla in this game. Hold up. Really? I'm gonna go to... Palantir, Dawn. Palantir, come here. Oh, come here. Come here. Come here. Yes, gotcha. I got Palantir. At least I think so. I don't know what my own name is, actually. I have no idea. Probably didn't give myself a name. That's whatever. Hilarious. Alright. Oh, no, please. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Got absorbed by Palantir. Or I absorbed Palantir, I think. Alright. So far, I haven't died. You know, I'm getting pretty large, getting pretty huge here. Oh my, look at that. Huge enemy. Oh no. Please don't be like this. Oh, I have to run away. I have to run away. I have to run away. I can't. I can't. I can't. No. Oh gosh. It's getting out of hand now. It's getting... Oh, game over. Game over. Unfortunately enough, got eaten there. That's sad. Anyway, I think that is a good way to end the live stream here. Let me go back to the stock charts, see if I can hopefully get there again. Yeah, it's always like this, isn't it? Nasdaq is still pumping. Hopefully I can actually redirect my window back to... Yeah, for some reason it really is not allowing me to come back to the other screen. Wait, hold up. How do I get it back to original screen? There you go. Got it. All right, beautiful. All right, beautiful people. Thank you so much for watching Lucid Trading. Thank you for being here. Thanks for all the support and for your loyalty. We had a nice game of Agario. Didn't exactly play draw my thing because couldn't stream it. It's very difficult to street draw my thing without like it going wrong severely. Gara, are you gonna keep the last part? Yeah, I'm gonna keep it in. It's just whatever. I don't think people are gonna watch this stream all the way to the end. At least I hope so. But yeah, I do think we're gonna do these kind of like community activities every now and then. I think that's nice. You know, obviously after the market is closed, you know, weekend in the weekend every now and then. That's fun. We could definitely do that. But yeah. Markets are green. I do expect more green to be coming next week. People are asking for the fundamental streams. One sec. Fundamental streams. I'll look into it. If I do see that a lot of people like it, so I might do it this weekend. Would be nice to do some fundamentals on live stream. 1 second. There you go. But yeah, might do that on the live stream, maybe on Sunday. We'll have to see. I'll have to see how I'm gonna be setting that up, because of course doing just a live stream on fundamentals is different than doing the one on just technicals. But yeah, I'll look into it definitely, and maybe we'll work something out in the weekend. Yeah, obviously, if you really want to see the live stream where we're gonna do fundamentals, do make sure you join the Discord community. The link is going to be down below in the live chat and in the description, as we're going to be residing there in the weekend. So Discord community link is down below. Make sure you join. I'll be there. 3,850 people will be there, and we'll be talking about stocks, trading, investing, and just fundamentals, technicals, all of it in that Discord community. All right. Guys, have a good one. I'm going to be heading out now. Have an awesome weekend. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Usually on Saturdays, I do take a day off. So we'll see you guys on Sunday. We'll be covering the markets, and I'll give you my weekly prediction on Sunday. For now, I can say one thing. I do think that next week could be very, very bullish, given what we have seen. All right, guys, have a good one. Good weekend. I'll be leaving now. See you guys soon.